Hello everybody, what's up? Okay, do we have a stream here? Micro's working. Yes, check. Okay, do we have a stream here? Yes, we do. Okay. Just checking to see if everything works, guys. Yep. Okay, good. So, what I think about the Normandy, between the Normandy and the Lyon, as I can probably say it, there's no difference. Literally, I think the Lyon is worse than the Normandy. The secondaries, okay, but this is like any other tier 7. It's pretty much like the Japanese Nagato. There's nothing special to it that you will find on this ship. It does have interesting secondaries, but you only get as you're coming straight here, you see these two guns in the back, and you see this gun. So, alpha strike, great, full broadside, nice alpha strike. Yeah, no, this ship does better far range on its side, literally full broadside all the time. It has very little armor to do that, though. So, like, what happens is you're going to kill the enemy, and you have one gun with 4 barrels in the front. And this gun reloads, I believe, I think it's 30 seconds. So, 30-second reload time, and you're going straight into the enemy. So, yeah, that's not going to work as well. And basically, you don't have this ship is basically a battle cruiser. It's not a battle cruiser; it's technically a battleship, but it plays like a battle cruiser. Very squishy armor. Literally, it's like it can't take really any constant hits. It has a heal, but it's not. It's honestly, some people say it's fun. It's it's in that range of, if you are grinding a line and you want to grind the line well and you want to grind it fast so you can get Republic. Yeah, this ship is not for that. You're not gonna. You're better off getting a now, or a Tirpitz or Palmer, in order to keep up with the amount of guns that you the amount of free XP that you would get with a Bayern or North Carolina, or like a Colorado. This ship is worse than Colorado. It has to compared to Normandy. Its rudder is horrible. The propulsion sucks on it. It's just not like a good ship at all. It's not like a tier. The tier 7 Normandy is much better than the tier. I think no, the tier 6 Normandy is much better than tier 7 Lyon. It's just not, because you're versing. Think of this: you're versing Agonize now. You're versing Tirpitz. You're versing possibly tier 9. You're gonna be in a tier 9 match with an Iowa, because up by 2, down by 1. So you can't reverse tier 5s, but you can reverse tier 6s, but you can reverse tier 9s because you're tier 7. You are doing more avoiding, trying to find the cruiser, than you are trying to find a battleship now that can't literally shred you with its secondaries. I mean, if you look at Normandy, the Normandie is right. What is the Normandy? And I'm using mod station, so that's why my tech tree looks different than your tech trees. If you are not using mod station, I definitely suggest it. So yeah, I didn't really use Normandy. I didn't really, but as you can see, I didn't. I bought the Normandy upgrade, and I didn't buy the propulsion. I didn't buy this, and it's still a good ship. Let's see. I'm going to try something here. Let me just show you guys. Propulsion on this ship is 29.5 knots. That's like cruiser speed. Now, if you go down to the other ship, this ship is, let's see, 28.4. I knew it. But you realize that knot difference. Like you, thank you.
Where do you want me to put this?
Right here.
I don't know if it's going to fit.
Yeah, it is.
All right, just be careful. It's hot.
All right. So you definitely realize that knot difference, and it's just not like a ship you would want to be in a tier 8, tier 9 match. If you like battle cruisers, yes, use this ship, but do not go after any battleships. This ship, unless against another Lyon or another another like a Lyon or unless you're against another Lyon or another tier 7, you're not going to do well on this ship. This ship is probably, no joke, the worst tier 7 I've played that is a battleship so far. Now, as you can see, if I go back into my tech tree, just so you guys know that what I have here in terms of tier 7s, go Europe. That's what I have. Italy. So as you can see, I mean, so far, out of all the tier 7s that I played, I mean, you could see like Black Swan. I believe this one is like, I think 1, 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I played the King George. It's definitely with the King George and the Nagao. It's not the Colorado. If you want a good tier 7, the Colorado and the Bayern are your best bet. If you want, also I guess the Russian, but the Russian, where is it? Sign up is your best bet as well. Do not buy the French Lyon. It is a total waste of money for the price. It's like, I mean, let's see here. A battleship design. It's supposed to be a battleship. And does it have treaty restrictions? Yeah, it has 16 guns full broadside, but it doesn't do like any damage to a tier 7 Gneiss now. So this ship is probably the worst tier 7, in my opinion, from playing the ships I've played so far, like Nagato. Nagato also has that issue, but you have more armor to essentially protect yourself, as well as with the British monarch. I mean, the British King George. You have a lot more armor to play with than the French Lyon. So that's my opinion on the Lyon. It's not, it's there, but it's more, in my opinion, it's more the worser types of battleships in the game. Compared to premium ships, still suffers. Turpits will shred it. Plus has torps, so and you don't have the rudder shift ability to per se avoid torpedoes. So where Normandie has a faster rudder time, and I could even check this for you guys. Normandie has, let's see if I find the rudder time or shift time here. Hang on. I found I'm playing this game for so long, I don't know what the rudder shift time is. So Normandy has a 15.8 second rudder shift, where as your Normandy has a let's see the rudder shift time on Normandy. So this has 18.8 second rudder shift, whereas the Lyon has a 15. Okay, so the rudder shift time is faster, but when you are literally turning and avoiding torpedoes and keeping your, if you're gonna rudder shift without this, I mean, this is like minus 20%, so your rudder shift is actually worse. Because I have the rudder shift time on here, and this is even worse too. Like the rudder shift time on here is, so the rudder shift time on this would actually be, let's 40%. I'm not sure about that, or 35% rudder shift. I could take this off and switch it, but I'm not going to do that because of my money here. So without this, you guys can figure that out. But the rudder shift time is definitely worse. And as you guys see with the speed, this the Normandy does go 1 knot faster, and you definitely can turn the ship. And what's interesting about the Normandy as well is also one last thing about the differences between the Normandy and the Lyon is the Normandy also has secondary guns in the front. So you don't have to turn the ship. And yes, there's a one gun in front and you're doing the same thing. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 secondary guns in the front, which you definitely notice. And it's definitely a better ship. So, like, you don't need to constantly turn the ship, turn it back, turn, shoot, turn, shoot, turn, shoot, to keep this other gun in range, but not let it be blocked by the superstructure here. So if you have a faster version, it's easier to play the Normandie than it is the Lyon, and I believe the Lyon is actually bigger. I could be wrong, but that's just one. That's just one other reason why I like the Normandie better than the Lyon because of that. Because of all its secondaries in the front. You're probably asking why the Lyon? Why did I buy the Lyon? Well, it's easier to grind the ship above it. So this ship is actually a pretty good ship. Next to it, let me see. I'll just show you the ship I burst. So this is actually a pretty good ship. That's why I ended up getting Lyon. And like I said, you could have a full Lyon where it has everything to shoot, like it has the every commander skill on here. And I could even show my commander skills. But like you can have a Lyon where it has every commander skill and like I think this is this speed? Yeah, this is ship speed too. So definitely like I don't have this, but if you definitely want to test it out, it could definitely be the life-changing thing that would make the Lyon definitely much better and increase the speed on it so you can make those turns and then get that thing back. I think this will actually work better for the Lyon once you have the skill. But if you set it this way and you want to make a secondary build, just be aware that it's going to be really hard for you to get the guns and the secondaries on target if you're trying to maneuver all the time. The secondaries are good. I'm going to say that, but they're not like the best. You do have a nice secondary broadside, but it's just not worth like keeping it and shredding other like destroyers. So I would say probably this ship is just one last note for any Lyon players. And obviously, you guys can check all this and you guys see all this. So the defense and the concealment and everything, you guys can pause it if you want. So one last thing, definitely as I open all these, use this ship as the best way I found out this ship works is use this ship as not a battleship. Don't go after battleships because they'll shred you with their secondaries. Mainly focus on cruisers, light cruisers, battle cruisers, like Scharnhorst, essentially Scharnhorst, and not Gneisenau, but Scharnhorst definitely at range. But definitely focus on your battle cruisers and besides Gneisenau and your destroyers and your light cruisers and your heavy cruisers. Heavy cruisers. Those are the ships that are going to be the most easiest ships for you to take down. With the Lyon and the less riskier ships with the armor scheme that you can actually roll with. I wouldn't suggest going after turrets because of torpedoes and because you have to get in closer range. But if you do have support, by all means, just use HE, take out secondaries, take out its torpedoes, and help your team that way. I wouldn't suggest using AP against tier A's as well. The AP definitely overpins a lot or recoils a lot on those tier 8 battleships. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. And I'm going to definitely enjoy my pizza.